Ladies and gentlemen and ladies and gents, I am taking the time because I wanted to explain something. A lot of people keep talking about the amount of knowledge I have and blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't mean blah, blah, blah as if it's something I take for granted. The amount of knowledge I have, I've tried to explain to people where it comes from, how I obtained it. When I say I don't study this stuff, I am not joking with you. I do not study it. Sometimes I may review something just to get a clearer understanding, but I do not study it. There is no need for me to study it. No, you gotta put forth some effort, but there is no need for me to make a lifetime. Well, that's all I do is I just go over that and then I'm just trying to understand it as best I can. No, I don't do that. I already have a basic understanding of it. And then I do the videos to show proof that I not only have a basic understanding, but I also have the conclusion of the understanding. Now, this is how I've done it. And this is not a joke. This is not me trying to promote anything. This is Proverbs, the 3rd chapter. Now, many of you know I take the scriptures seriously. I don't just read it just to be reading it. So it says, my son. I take that as if it's speaking to me. I know, this is Solomon talking. But pay attention. My son, do not forget my teachings, and may your heart observe my commandments. Solomon is not giving commandments to no one. So he's speaking on behalf of someone. Because they will add many days and years of life and peace to you. Doctors said that I wouldn't make it past 35. I'd never even told that to my parents. Never told it to my family. Said that I would not make it past 35 years of age. I made it. Let's continue. Do not let loyal love and faithfulness leave you. Loyal love is Jehovah. Faithfulness to his commandments, his word, says don't let that leave you. Tie them around your neck. Why your neck? Because it's visible to everyone. You can't forget it's there, can you? Write them upon the tablet of your heart. Write them upon the tablet of your heart. Your heart has a tablet? Of course it does. Your figurative heart is your mind. Then what does he say in verse number 4? Then you will find favor and good insight in the eyes of God and of man. Then he tells us to trust in Jehovah with all our heart and do not lean upon our own understanding. So right after I reviewed this, just there, I stopped there. Right after I reviewed this, then I went to the 2nd chapter. My son, if you accept my sayings and treasure up my commandments. Again, ain't Solomon speaking here. By making your ear attentive to wisdom and inclining your heart to discernment, again, figurative heart. Moreover, if you call out for understanding, hey, I want some understanding. And if you raise your voice to discernment, I want to know and be able to distinguish right from wrong, good and bad. I need to be able to distinguish from those things. If you keep seeking for it as for silver, and if you keep searching for it as for hidden treasure, I know it's around here somewhere. I've seen it here before. Then you will understand the fear of Jehovah, and you will find the very knowledge of God, not the knowledge of man. I don't care about man's knowledge. Why? Because Jehovah himself gives wisdom. Wisdom doesn't come with age. Go ahead. I dare you to find a wise man who became wise because of age. From his mouth, Jehovah, comes knowledge and discernment. Well, look at that. I can't get understanding or discernment from anyone else than Jehovah. And of course, I can't get wisdom from him, so I have to ask him for these things, and so that's what I did. I repeatedly asked him, day by day by day by day, all through the day. I did that for 3 years straight. Why? Because I was putting him to the test. He says that he would do it, so I put him to the test. Now, he does tell us to put him to the test. Test me out and see if I shall not. It's what he says. So I put him to the test because he said he would do this. I don't put him to the test because somebody else said he would do it. I read him saying he would do it. Now, hold on now. That's not the reason for this particular video. There are a lot of people out there having a hard struggle, either with drugs or with addiction or with impulses. They're having a very difficult time because we're human. And as humans, we've got a disease. The disease is called sin. Now, most people don't look at sin as a disease. So let's do this. We're just going to explain it just quickly how the Bible defines sin. Romans 5, and let's go, dice. That is why, just as through one man sin entered into the world, and death through sin. And so death spread like a disease to all men because they had all sinned. Even before they say their first word, man has sinned. Even before they take their first breath, they have sinned. Why? Because it's a disease passed on from generation to generation to generation. It has not skipped a generation. Everyone is subjected to it. There is a cure, but we're not here to talk about the cure. We're only here to talk about the fact that there is a disease. And so that's why people end up being straddled with imperfection and not being able to control. So this is the reason I took the time to say, no, let me show everyone this. This one is different. This is the Christ. This is what he's saying in verse number 7 and 8. Similar to what Solomon said, but not the same thing. I want you to pay attention to how this one is written. He says, keep on asking, and it will be given to you. Keep on seeking, and you will find. Keep on knocking, and it will be open to you. For everyone asking receives, and everyone seeking finds. And to everyone knocking, it will be opened. So I said, okay, let me see. And I started asking about things in particular. Either things I wanted to have part of my personality or things I wanted removed from my personality. And I did that every day. The same as I did the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because this one is not talking about knowledge, wisdom, and understanding per se. It's also being personal. It says keep on asking. Well, you don't ask for something that's not personal. Keep on seeking. You don't look for something that's not personal. And keep on knocking. You don't knock just to be knocking. This is the personal stuff. Okay? So this is when you want to get rid of something personal. Yeah, they got the 10 steps, the 12 steps, the 100 steps. But you can't beat these steps because all you got to do is keep asking, keep knocking, keep seeking. Every single day. Throughout the day. Doesn't mean 24 hours a day, but it means repeatedly. That's why it says keep on. I didn't say it. Keep on. Then it says keep on. Then it says keep on. Keep on doing it. And so I put it to the test. This is for those people who are struggling, trying to overcome something. You know, something that nobody else understands. Something that nobody else has any concern for. This is for those people who are trying to fight addiction. No. I'm not saying, excuse me, that you shouldn't, sorry. It's the pollen. I just went outside earlier this morning, and I promise you, it's a pollen thing for me, and I can't stand it. But anyway, what I want to mention to those of you, I'm not saying that you should not see doctors, but the doctors are not going to tell you this. I'm not saying that you should not go to meetings such as AA or NA, Narcotics Anonymous, I'm not saying that you should not go to those meetings. What I'm saying is that you should also be going here and going here and going here. That you should be asking, that you should be seeking, and that you should be knocking in addition to those things. That's what I'm saying. I can only guarantee you that my putting him to the test on these issues, because he said if I kept doing it, that I would see the results. Don't worry about it. Everybody else tells me the results, and I stand back and I look from a distance and I see the results. So perhaps you can see the results as well. Okay, well, that's all I wanted to say. Y'all has a good day.